Somebody help me, please. Little help? All right. You okay? Oh. Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny. How are you doing? Hey. I was asked to come and say a few words. I have 37 gears and servos inside of me, and I've come to give a lecture on quantum mechanics. Jerry, you want to hit the lights? Okay. We've been over this and over this, Jer. Really screwing me here. So I just kind of came up to say some words for Mike about the project. Mike has next to no computer background whatsoever. He's very analog. I think he'd be the first one to say that. And he put me together, not completely. He doesn't paint, he doesn't do clothes, so he likes to say it takes a village of the damned to make puppets. And his background primarily is, or how he came to work here is, he was friends with Chris Weisbart, who's an industrial designer. Yeah, give it up. Give it up for Chris. Raise the roof for Chris. Worked with him at NHM when he was working as an exhibit tech guy, and Mike was working over doing arts integration work, puppet suit-centric multimedia performances where he would collaborate with paleontologists and come up with some sort of a visceral presentation that was entertaining for family audiences to break down the various paleo beasts that were on exhibit in fossilized form, petrified form at the museum. And he would get inside of the suits, and other people would get in the suits and host shows that he had written or storyboarded and collaborated with animators on. And he got to scare a lot of kids. He would like to say he would turn children's dreams into screams. And that was a good time. And so he was brought out here to help work on the project and kind of animate the machine and give it a personality, both in its movements and then also in the eye, the pupil animation, as well as other Giphies and clips that they would put in the eye to kind of give a clue sometimes as to the robot. By the way, we're calling him Guillermo del Toro, and to give Guillermo kind of a personality and bring him to life, we have different sequences we put in. The current one we're working on that you're going to see tonight is one where he falls in love with the customer, and customer stands in a designated place, so we know where to aim the pupil to make that happen. And yeah, there'll probably be one where he's. I was suggesting to Mike that he. Did you tell them about my idea, Mike? Yeah, I mentioned it. What did they say? We'll talk about it later. But I thought it was a great idea. Basically, an idea where the puppet would, or the robot would be arguing with the show tender. We have to have a human there. We call him the show tender because robots cannot yet effectively determine if someone is of age or intoxicated or not. So we need a human there. Right now, they're kind of a cross between a excuse me, throat. All right, so they're currently a kind of a bar back, and but then also where it's veering towards now is that they'll have a script. They'll have like a boilerplate script, like the people who host the jungle cruises at Disneyland, and they'll know what the beginning, middle, and end are, but they'll be encouraged to kind of let it evaporate a bit to personalize it. So for the right bartender, they're saying things like, how are we going to find a barback that has performance and improv background? I'm like, well, in LA, good luck finding one that doesn't. But yeah, I'll have a guy. And if for the right kind of bartender, if you want more tips, why don't you interact with that giant robot behind you with an eyeball that wants to interact with you, and you'll get more tips. So we're doing that right now. So I was saying one, do I have time for this? We're getting real short on time, so why don't you just say it real fast, just spit it out. Okay, so basically there's this idea where the robot is being insulted by the show tender, and so they start hacking into his personal information, and on the eye you see like embarrassing picture of them as when they were in grammar school. Has anyone seen Gordon's grammar school picture? Something like that. So it'd be like something like Gordon, and the show tender would get very upset and basically claim that he was going to personally put money into reprogramming Guillermo, and then Guillermo would show his checking account balance, which would be very low, and he would explain that, he had some investments, and so he's just temporarily low, and then they would go to his tender account where he had listed himself as the CEO of 2-Bit Circus, and show what his current credit card balance is, and just broke as a joke. And he would say, Guillermo, I'm going to personally unplug you after the show or teach you a lesson, and then you would have a Google Maps view of the Earth, and you would hone in on America, and then on Southern California, and then on a particular roof, and there would be a drone view, like this kind of a shaky view of a drone looking in someone's window where there's pictures of the show tender's family, and on the mantelpiece, basically saying, I know where you live, and so anyway, we'll see how that goes. But they liked it, huh? They thought it was unique. You should wrap it up. Does anyone have any questions? I mean, I think we're basically going to go over there, and you're going to see something, and all that jazz. Any questions? Wow, a real sea of hands. Yes, the gentleman in the back.
Does the robot have a voice at all, or is it all through the movement and the eye?
He does. Well, originally it was going to be like a sort of a C3PO thing where he bleeped and clicked, but now it's he's got this the shoulder movement, and he's got a bow tie that twirls around, and so now we're pushing more towards something in the vein of Harpo Marx, where he's like kind of jovial and musical and whimsical, as Dan said earlier. That's the key, and then we'll. But he can also be quite evil. So, any other questions?
Is it still a wintry economic climate in the puppet industry?
Well, that's you son of a bitch. Yeah, it's not easy for me. I don't know if you know this, but puppets eat 3 times their weight in buttons a day, and there's a button embargo right now. I don't like to... Mike, do I have to answer this stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you really have to. Yeah, no, puppetry's alive at 2-Bit Circus. Next question.
So imagine when you went into this project, you kind of knew that it was going to be this robot bartender. I don't know if you knew the format. Did you know, like, if it was going to be anthropomorphic? What was surprising? What was challenging?
They told me it was an anthropomorphic deity, that I could pray to it, and it would make whatever drink I wanted. And it would turn into all these animals. It would be awesome. No, I'm just kidding, of course. I had no idea. We came in, and like Aaron was saying earlier, it's currently becoming, I think, more fulfilling for Mike to work with the eye. It is enjoyable getting the hang of the nodes and the waveform of the touch designer for the arm movements and all of that, and it's a new muscle to develop and flex occasionally. But what's cool for me personally is now that we're getting to a place where for a while, sorry, I'm all over the place. It's really hot in here. There's a lot of bro heat, It's like a sauna. Sorry. No, I was saying, for a while, it took a while to get the hang of it, and then we were running into a lot of walls. I'm kind of here. Mike's here as a puppeteer, and he's also here to figure out where all the bugs are, and there have been a lot of bugs. I can't count that high. A lot of bugs, and So it's every day. It's like the, you'll excuse the expression, it's the blue balls of puppetry where you try to do a thing and, oh, can't do that. Oh, okay, we overcame that? No, we didn't. Oh, we got over that problem. Then here's 4 more problems. But then they come over and I tell them what it is, and they're terrific guys, and they have great creative and comical vision and patience. And now we're working with the eyes, and that's gratifying because we can work out the animations for the arms in advance, and the eyes are something that Mike does with the mouse live. You can just record it and do it live in concert with the movements of the arm, and you'll see all of that. I hope you like it.
Awesome. Give it up for Michael.
Thank you. Thanks.